A lot of people don't believe that there is a God or that there is something that they actually believe in, but that's actually a lie. You, as a person, you as a human, you believe in something. And in this video, I'll be showing you exactly what that means, that everyone has a belief, everyone has a God. You just don't know that God, or you haven't identified that God yet in your life. I was scrolling to my WhatsApp status like a few weeks back, and then I saw someone posted that, and even though to the point of death, to the point where like probably everything goes bad with me or with my life, like I'm very, very sick, I'm bedridden, I will never accept that there is a God somewhere. So that's someone that has like gotten to a place of conviction, like that person has gotten to a place of having substantial proof that what he believes in is right and is the truth. So for you, you are, if you have not gotten to that point with your current belief, I think there is something wrong with that. As a Christian, as a Buddhist, as whatever you believe in, as a Muslim, if your conviction has not gotten to the point of, even though someone points a gun to my head, that I will not stop believing in what I'm believing in, then you have not gotten to that point where like you're truly living, because your existence as a human is in correspondence with a belief in something. So a lot of people, they say they don't have a God, they don't believe in many things, but that's actually a lie. So in this video, I'll be breaking it down into like three parts. First is knowing your God. You have to identify your God, what you currently believe in, and then secondly, you have to put this God to test. Like when I say put it to test, now know that this thing I'm believing in is actually what's believing in. This is what I'm spending my entire life believing in. This is what I'm pursuing with everything that I have. Then you have to make sure that this is definitely worth pursuing. Then after you put your God to test, what is the next? What you need to know is this the true God? Is this the true thing that or the true being that I need to give my life to? So the first thing I want to talk about first is knowing your God. A lot of people, they say like they don't have a God, or they say they are Christians without actually showing the fruit of being a Christian, or being the to the God that they actually believe in or they profess with their mouth. So let me put it this way now. A lot of people, in let me put it in this context, a lot of people, when it comes to believing in God, they put it as a spiritual thing. They put it as believing in a spiritual being that is invisible, sitting on a throne in the sky. Yes, that might be correct to some people, but that is not the only definition of a God. Money is also a God. Your career can be a God. Your family can be a God. The fame you're pursuing, like you want to have fame, you want to be known worldwide, that might be your God. Whatever you dedicate your existence to, that is your God. So you need to come to that understanding that your God is not just a spiritual thing. It can be even the natural things that you believe in, to the extent that people worship stone. So stone is also something that people worship and is their God. Some people worship cow, some people worship snakes, some people worship the sun, the moon, the sky. Whatever someone worships, that is their God. So now, with all this context, you might still say that no, I don't worship those things that you just mentioned. So how do you know your God? I have just one criteria, like in this video, which is time. Time is the criteria for knowing your God. The whole of man's existence, or human existence, is framed into time. So everyone has a time frame of how long they will exist on the face of the earth. You have 30 years, some people have 40, 60, 100, and so on. So what you need to understand is that what you spend most of your time serving or dedicating that time to, defines your God. Some people, they spend most of their existence worshiping money, in terms of pursuing how they will make more money, how they will pile up money, build their empires. I'm not saying that's bad, but when you dedicate most of your life to this, then that is your God. Money is a tool, but money should not be your God. But so for some people, money is their God. So they dedicate their entire life to pursuing that money, and that becomes their God. Let me put it this way also. Some people, it's their career, it's their job. They spend their existence at a job desk, and this is where they spend most of their time in, like 8 hours, 10 hours, 40 hours a week, 50 hours, and that is their God. They don't have anything else they do except that. For others, it might be their family. For others, it might just be the fame, the music, or the photography, whatever they dedicate their time to, like a bunch of their time to, is their God. So you need to identify what you spend most of your time with, like 80% of your time, 70% of your time. Check what your art is after. Check what you do with your time. Check who you spend your time with. Check what you spend your time on. That will tell you what your God is. For others, it might be social media. It might be you spending your time on social media, TikTok, YouTube, whatever the platform is, that might be your God. So you need to check what you give you a large chunk of your time to. That will tell you what you're serving. That will help you identify the God that you're currently serving. That's why when we talk about time right now, if we look from the scriptures, I'm a Christian, so if we look from the scriptures, you see that Jesus is always so, like, he lays emphasis on what he spends his time. He say doing the will of the Father. He tells his mom, he tells everyone, even his disciple, that he will do the work of the Father while it is still day. Time is very essential. It's very essential. It tells what you're spending your time to. So this is something that you really, really need to check for yourself and see what you're spending your time in, and identify your God. The second thing you need to do after identifying your God is to ensure that, if I'm truly going to believe in this thing, is this thing actually true? Is this thing actually something that is worth my time, worth my existence? So you need to go through different processes to test this. The true thing about proving that this thing is truly what you should believe in shows that you are someone that I think I wrote about this in my newsletter. If you're not on my newsletter, you should definitely jump on that and read the newsletter. So Dan Coy, if you know him, he talks about the human 3.0. This is someone that can pick different perspective and then come to a conclusion on their own. Pick what works for them. So the essence of this video is not to push a God to you. Is for you to actually go through this process yourself to identify what you believe in, and if that's not what you truly want or what is actually meant for you, then you can switch from that to what is truly like the right God for you. So what you need to do right now is go through a series of tests, a series of checks, and to know if this is truly a God for you, your God. We've seen examples from people that have gone through the same process as you. We see the likes of Moses in the Holy Scriptures, where he got to ask God that you need to prove yourself to me, you need to prove yourself to Pharaoh, you need to prove yourself to the children of Israel, so that they will know that you are the true God. This is something that you yourself, you need to also ask for that proof, that encounter. If you are a Muslim, ask for the encounter. Like, I want to really know that this thing I'm believing in is not just a social construct or something that my parent passed down to me, but it's something that I have come to believe in by myself, by my own volition, not just something that I've read or something that I naturally accepted because I was born into this religion. So that's what I'm asking you to do. You, even though as a Christian, you were born into a Christian home, you need to still have that personal encounter, trying to understand that what you believe in is the truth. It's that conviction that will carry you through trials, that personal encounter that will carry you through trials and through different tribulations. So you need to have an encounter with your God. So if it's money, you need to put your money through the test. Like, can your money save you through every tribulation? If your money is your God, then you should know that this will it fail through different tests. If your job is your God, then you need to also test that. Will this job carry me through different trials and tribulations? So this is not even for the trials and tribulations of the earth. It's also for you to do a deep research. It's just like a scientist. A scientist will do different experiments to arrive at a theory, to arrive at a principle, or whatever we call it. You yourself, you need to go through that process as someone that is beyond just the mere human, that you are not just accepting what others say or what others do or what your parent has like passed down to you or what the society is doing, but you've come to this actualization by yourself. So you need to go through this process. You need to go through this research yourself to test this the God that you believe in. So I told you that you need to check your God through your time to know the current God that you're serving, and then you need to test that God. So how will I say you should test this God is through yourself having setting a yardstick for yourself. Do you want to know him, like know if this God is true through a series of tests, probably through this yardstick actually is something that you need to define yourself. You need to define yourself. Everyone's personal encounter will be different. Everyone's yardstick will be different. But what I asked my newsletter, people on my newsletter to do was to ask ChatGPT or different AIs, not just one. Don't use one. Ask different AIs these simple questions. How do I know that my belief is true? How do I test to confirm that my belief is true? What series of things should I do to confirm that my belief is true? Just ask any AI this. You can ask two or three more AIs. They'll give you different things to do. Then you can pick out of all these things that they've given you to create a criteria for yourself to test the current God that you believe in. If you're a Christian, it will show you different researches that you need to do. It will tell you what you need to do. If it's to have a personal encounter through prayers, through fasting, through seeking through the word, whatever you're being asked to do, you need to go through that process and come to that realization. For some people, it might be just beyond the chat GPT. Like I said, it might be through personal research and conclusion. But whatever conclusion you're coming to, you need to come to a point whereby in whatever situation, like in whatever circumstance, you'll be like that person that I started this video with. I said, even to the point of death, I will not deny this belief. I will not deny this God. So if you've gotten to that point, then definitely you have a strong conviction and you've accepted a God to be true, to be your true God. So whatever you believe in right now, you need to confirm that this is the truth. I will not tell you the process to go through to confirm this. You have to go through this yourself. You have to check, how can I know that what I believe in is true? You have to go through to do your research, ask for a personal encounter, ask for a sign. Whatever sign you are requesting for, ask your God check for your God. If I'm to give an example right now, or probably tell you to do this, it will not work for everyone. Everyone has to go through this on their own. You have to do this research on your own. You have to confirm that what you believe in, what you're giving your entire life to, is actually the true God. So there are some series of tests you have to go through. So that's why the reason why I'm asking you to ask ChatGPT or Cloud AI, whatever AI that you use, Chat, is to, they will give you some series of things to do. Probably is to read books, probably to study your Bible, probably to pray, probably to fast. ChatGPT will tell you something more structured to your belief, to your current God. So after you've gone through that, don't tell ChatGPT to define your God for you. You have to come to that conclusion yourself. You have to take that thing out of ChatGPT and look for the conclusion yourself. And if you've come to that conclusion actually, and you've truly believed in something, and then you've come to a point where no matter what, your conviction cannot be changed, what I will ask you is, have you tested if that is to be truth, the truth, like the real truth? Don't accept things because of what people say or what the society say. Accept it because it's a conclusion that you've come to on your own and by yourself. So I'll wrap up this video here with a brief summary of all I've said. First, you need to know your God, and everyone has a God. You being an atheist, you being a Christian, Muslim, you believe in stone, even though you don't have a God, you have a God. You have something you believe in, and that's your God. Whatever you give your time to, that's your God. Your time is your life. So whatever you dedicate most of your time to, your thoughts, whatever you give your full time to, that's your God. But you need to confirm if that God is truly something you should believe in. So, and that, how can you prove that? Is through testing that God. And how can you test that God? By going through a series of tests, a series of encounters with that God that you have, to know if this thing is truly the truth. And then you come to a conclusion and you by yourself that, oh, I have this testimony, this testimony, this testimony, I have this research, I have this conclusion. Definitely what I believe in is the truth, and I will not change my belief. If come rain, come sunshine, or whatever they say, I will not change my belief. Then you can go with this till the end of your time on earth. So I hope this video helps. I hope this helps you to find your true God. I hope this helps you to come to a real conclusion, and I hope this helps you to live a seamless life. So if you've not subscribed to my video, please subscribe and share this video with someone, and also drop a comment if you have a question that you think I've not answered during the course of this video. Just drop it in the comment and I will definitely respond to it. Thank you.